Feeding time at the zoo. Well, welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics. And finally, we got the weather stripping. Inner and outer belt moldings, weather strip, fuzzies, whatever you want to call them. Exactly 3 months ago is when I ordered this. They promised them in 8 weeks. Took them in another month and multiple phone calls. It's a company called Repops in Arkansas, made in America. But I'll tell you, and they were pretty expensive, but they're the only place making them. This piece here is for the tailgate. We're not going to put that on until after it's painted. And then these are the 8. These ones go on the door panel itself. Originally they were stapled in there. They got little staple holes, but we're just going to put screws or rivets in there. There's the door panels here. They've been dusty, been sitting for 3 months waiting on them. Yeah, they're the only place that make them, and they were pretty high priced too. I'd probably close to $200 for all that. I think that was 50 plus 20 something to ship. It's about $75. And these ones were 100 and something. So yeah, first I thought it was the eBay seller that was screwing me around, because he's just a vendor, seller, whatever. Because Repops does not sell directly to the public. You have to use a vendor. So I use this eBay seller, and then after after 9 weeks, I give him an extra week. I was like, hey, you're a week overdue, but what's up? Oh, we called him, and it's gonna be another 2 weeks. So wait another 2 weeks. Messaged him again. I said, hey, what's up? Oh, I just, they said another 2 weeks. And I said, well, you said that 2 weeks ago. So I told him, I said, well, I don't know if y'all give me the runaround or what. And so he was like, well, do you want a refund? I said, well, not yet, hang on. So then I actually called Repops and got a guy on the phone there. And he was saying, oh, we're in disarray, we're under new management, we're being backlogged for a year, and blah, blah, blah. But then one of my subscribers had said that when I mentioned this 3 months ago on a video, he ordered and got his in 3 weeks. So that's what I told the guy. I said, listen, the guy I know ordered some and got his in 3 weeks. So, oh, we must have had it on a shelf or something, and somebody must have canceled and shipped it out to him. I said, yeah, but I ordered before him. Shouldn't I have got that one on the shelf? Well, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'll check and see if I can get it out to you next week and all this. So at that point I knew it wasn't the eBay seller's fault. And he had mentioned that the eBay seller had contacted him the day before and asked what's up with it. So I knew it wasn't the eBay seller's fault. It was this company. This company is just in disarray. So I think that was 3 weeks ago, and now it just arrived yesterday. So anyway, I would not recommend them unless you want to wait, unless you have, unlimited wait time. I didn't mind waiting 2 months, but no, it must have been 5 weeks. It must have been 5 weeks late. So 3 months and a week. So anyway, I didn't mind waiting 2 months, but after that, it was for the last 5 weeks. I was like, come on, what's up? So they're finally here. They look okay. So we're gonna see if they fit. These curved ones are for the rear doors, and that obviously goes on the door. And then these go on the door panel, those. and then these little ones are for the front. So you can tell which ones are which because they just clip in there. They clip in. Where the stripping's a little tight. You have to get a. Okay, you can see the 4 little holes. That's what these 4 are. Put them in like that. I'm not going to put them in until I set the camera down. And then it overlaps. It overlaps in between here. Give it a good tight seal. But what I usually do, they're a little bit loose, and especially, I think the seal's good. I got a new seal on the other side, but I'll just put a little dab of silicone in there on the corners just to seal it up, because the whole purpose of putting these on there is so the rain doesn't get in there. Of course, the rain's been getting in there since 1991, but it's got good drainage. But we got the new speakers to put on. So anyway, we'll put them on. We'll screw, we'll rivet the other one's on the door panel itself. And then, yeah, if you haven't seen a video I made like probably 3 months ago, I made these door panels from scratch out of just really thin plywood. And then I cut speaker holes. So the rear door panels are going to have 6x9s in them with extensions, because they actually hit the regulator or the window track thing. So I got all them over here. There's the 6x9s. These are extensions. And then I got the little, whatever they are, the little round ones for the front door. And I got some plastic. This plastic here, and I'm gonna put plastic in here before the speaker, and then mount them on there. All you gotta do is drill screws. I'll just use some self tappers, and then it's got a cover on it, and stick the wire in behind the plastic. Now I want to put the plastic on there in case water gets, well, it's not just water, it's humidity and, you know, crap like that. So it didn't do I do have a little bit of rust at the bottom corners of the door from sitting since 91 in a field. I don't think this door has it, but we want to really protect them new speakers and the door panel, and it's made out of wood, so we don't want it to get all warped, wet, mainly wet. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put on these moldings, put on the door panels, put on the speakers, cover it in plastic, and then it should be completely sealed. We got all new weather stripping on here. Nothing should leak. So she should be good for, I don't know about another 50 years, but rest of my lifetime anyway, probably. So that's what we're going to get going. So let me put them on there and I'll show you how they fit. And then I'll get to mounting these on the door panels. They just mount, I don't know if that one's, yeah, about like that. Got a little lip on there like this. Yeah. And we'll just put some screws or rivets in there like that. This doesn't matter about the edges, about silicone. No water's getting on the inside of it, but it's just to seal it. This is really just for the window, so the window doesn't scratch on the edge or anything, but not really for water on the inside. But so that doesn't have to be perfect. The outside ones do. You don't even want any drops of water in there. So, okay, well, let me get started, and I'll show you how it's going. And I'll show you how the doors, panels go on there, and the speakers and all that. So, I'll be back. Okay, guys, they fit really good, the outside ones. They all lined up with the holes, and gently just tapped them in there, the 4 spots. And if you're new, or if you're an old subscriber, you remember that I painted all this inside of the door and the outside and all around here, sanded all down, primed it, painted it, put in the new weather stripping here. This didn't need it. I put a new weather stripping in the driver's side, but it wasn't quite fit real good. I had to make it fit, and then this one was in good shape, so I just left it. But I put in this new seal here, so it's all sealed up. But I did all that, and you have to put all this stuff on here before you put the door panels on. So that's why I've been waiting on that, to put the door panels and everything on. Now usually, you know, if you're doing a concourse restoration or whatever, you'd have every panel off the car and paint it separate and stuff like that. But this is not that type of restoration. I don't want a whole garage full of parts and crap laying around. 90% of the car laying in the shop waiting for this thing to be painted, and then put it together. So I'm kind of putting it together as I go. So it's going black, so this will be masked up when it's painted, and if it gets a little bit of black on the edge, it ain't gonna matter. Nobody's gonna notice it. Same thing with these door. You have to put the lock and the handle on before the door panel, because you have to get access from it from the back. So same thing, I painted all this black here, sanded down, primed it, painted it, put new door handles on there, and then we'll mask this up when we paint the whole car. And you know, I'm a good masker. I can mask that up where nobody will really notice it. And if you do get an edge, a little paint on there, you just take a razor blade. But anyway, it's all protected underneath there and there. So that's how I'm doing it. Where most paint shops, they would take all this off and leave everything off till after it's painted. We're just doing it the opposite way. Same with the chrome here. I painted all the inside the channels and sealed it up and everything, and then put the moldings on there because I wanted to make sure they fit. Had the right clips, stuff like that. I did that sunroof. So that's the same thing. It's just going to be masked up when we paint the body. So that's how I'm doing it, if you're wondering. Okay, so let me get the moldings riveted on the door panels, and we'll go from there. I forgot to show you the rear. Rear one fit pretty good too. This is probably just put a little dab of silicone right in there. Probably down in this crack here too. Just a little bit. You don't want it overflowing. You can't have silicone on paint, won't stick to it, make the paint peel. Okay, it come with screws and staples, and these little things here, I'm not sure what they're for, unless they're to stick up on the corner here or something. I don't know. Looks like they're sticky back. Them and 4 little, and there's no instructions that I can see. I'll look again. Okay, these ones, I'm not sure what the factory ones were like, but the curve is, the curve's not at the right spot. I use the original steel upper pieces. So if you put it at the edge there, then it'll stick up or stick down. Like I said, it doesn't really matter too much. This goes underneath the door panel, or underneath the door jam ledge thing to hold the door down. So this doesn't really have to do anything but just keep the window from getting scratched, really. So I guess we'll just mount it down a little bit like that. This one here is the same way. They're both identical. I guess they've got the same curve in them. Okay, so yeah, I can't see where the staple holes are. There's staple holes in here, but underneath here to line it up, I don't know. I'm just gonna use these screws here. Put in, I don't know, 4 or 5 screws. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I just put in 5 screws there. I think there's at least 20 of them. Okay, I did have some instructions. Lifetime guarantee as well. It says for Chevelles, oh no, coupes and convertibles without vent windows have adjustable guide brackets on the doors on the top inside area. They have felt pads on the ends that are normally worn out. You will find new felt that simply sticks on after you pull the old. So that's what these are. Mine's a 4-door wagon, so I guess they don't, yeah, they don't have them. You know what I mean? The 2 doors have them deals to hold the window in tight. Little deals. That's what these are for. So I'll save them for another car. I'm sure I got one of the cars that they're worn out on, but I usually check them real good. But anyway, that's what they're for, if anybody's wondering. Also, in a past video, I wired this up for speakers, front and rear. So here's all the speaker wires, you know, front door, rear door. So it's all wired up. I soldered in the connections and everything, and all you got to do is clip this onto the speaker. So that's all we're going to do. It's going to be a very simple deal. The only thing, I didn't put these clips on here because, you know, it's plywood and it's going to be stiff anyway. So I think I'm just going to, you know, it's got space for 3 screws. 1, 2, 3. Just put 3 screws along the bottom, and I think that'll hold it. If it seems like there's a gap or something, maybe stick one up there and one up here, something like that. But I didn't want to try to glue them clips on there and try to stick them in the factory spots. So anyway, yeah, I got the whole car wired with speakers, except I may put some speakers in the rear. Yeah, those are for the rear speakers. Might put some in the very back and wire them up, because I have 4 6x9s and then the 2 little ones. But that'll be later. For now, we're going to hook up the 4 speakers. Okay, I thought I'd show you that. And then they also mentioned that the inner felts have staple holes, what I showed you. Already punched in them, clamp into place, and use that as a template to drill new holes. Don't cheat yourself and use pop rivets or screws, as everybody can see them. So apparently, when that's on the car, and you can look through the window and see them. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. It's not no show car. I guess if it was at a show, they'd deduct points for seeing the screws. But they supplied the staples, like I said. Okay, so I'll be back when I mount some of these on there. Okay guys, I got it mounted at the top. Just kind of hanging down there. Same with this one. Yeah, you can't see them screws unless they were talking about a different model that you can see them. But okay, I got these new little door lock things there. Just kind of screw on. I got the straight one so somebody can't stick a coat hanger in there and lift it up. Screw them in later. Okay. I got all new window winders and the door latch. That goes there, and then my and that goes there. I made a bigger hole than usual in the plywood, so that'll came with the new clip. Let's see, just kind of get it on there, and that's it. Yeah, she looks well sealed. They seem to be good product, but yeah, if you got all the time in the world to wait, that's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna put the door handle latch, and then I got these, it didn't come with any handles. These are off, they off a Nova, and I'm gonna be putting these on there. Come with a little ashtray and stuff. I'm gonna mount them on there. Let me see, I guess that's, you gotta put that latch on there first. And then this goes over top. See, that's where the latch goes. And this goes over top the latch. And it's got a, oh yeah, that one's, oh no, it's up through here. I had to fix one of these. Anyway, yeah, this one's just got the 2 screws. I'll show you here. Just the 2 screws there. And then the front one, I think's got 3. I put the, yeah, right here. I don't know where the other one is. That's the driver's side. Cat's probably knocked it over somewhere. I got all them moldings. See, these moldings only go up to here, because you got the vent window there. So I just put 3 screws in them ones. So the 2 front ones ready to go. Oh, here's the passenger one. So yeah, same thing. This one's got 2 window winders. It's got a little winder for the vent right here. I guess I didn't cut the slit for that. Figure that out. And yeah, and that one's right there. And that'll go on there like that with 3. 1, 2, 3. That'll go on there. So we'll get them on there and do the speaker. And I marked it with a little bit of masking tape. You see a little bit of masking tape right above where the screws go. So we'll put in 3 screws at the bottom. Even though this will be tight here, but we'll see. Maybe we won't have to put 1 there. We'll just put 2 here. And then we'll see how tight this is and see if we got to put any more, but I don't think we will. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, guys. About to mount the speaker. We got the spacer here that you got to screw in. These 4 little screws there. I got an assortment of screws. Probably put in the wood type ones because the wood's right there. So we mount them 4 in there, and then mount the top through them 4 holes, which will go on top of this. Go on top like that, and then you just clip the cover on top. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, there it is there. She's in there solid. Had to put the 4 screws in this spacer, then 4 there, and then just snap the little grill thing on there. Okay, here's the armrest. It never came with these armrests, so these were off a Nova that I made work. I don't know, there was no holes for original ones, so I don't know what they had here to close the door. Anyway, I gotta take this back off. I forgot the little the little spacer, the little thing there to keep it from rubbing. Okay, so that's that one, and we'll do the front one. I got the little round ones for the front door here, so I'll be doing that next. Okay guys, got this front door together. Got the armrest pull handle thing, the new, this is for the vent window and the regular window. And then these are little speakers I'm putting in here. I got her connected up. I'm gonna drill 4 holes in there for the screws. They should hit the plywood and the metal door. And then I'm gonna put some plastic behind it. Can't do it with 2 hands. I had a little bit of plastic here. It's gonna put in behind it and mount it like that. So help keep the water out. There shouldn't get any water in it, but just in case. Okay, so I'll be back when I get that on, and this little cover goes over there. So you drill the holes and then you put them 4 screws in, starting in here. So let me get that on there and I'll show you. Okay guys, there's that speaker in there. It's pretty tight around the edges here, so I don't think I'm gonna put any screws in there. It's pretty tight, but you could if you wanted to. I mean, the speaker holds this area in, and this holds kind of that area. But anyway, that's those 2 doors done. Let me get the other 2 done, and I'll be back. Okay, guys. There's the rear door there, and the driver's side. Okay, that's what it looks like from the inside. Okay, should sound pretty good. I got the speaker right there, right above that back seat, so it doesn't get muffled. Like I said, I may put some more speakers in the back. Okay, I ordered some side pipes. It's got to have side pipes. I could get a X-pipe do-it-yourself kit for about $100 on eBay, which I put on my I put on the Chevelle and the Aspen. They sound pretty good, but I gotta have side pipes. Okay, so let's give a little update. About a week or 2 ago, I mentioned it there in the other video, that I couldn't find them. I couldn't find them like months ago. And then you guys were saying, oh yeah, they're on Amazon and all that. So I go on eBay, and sure enough, all these Patriot side pipes come up. So, well, what I first saw was 50-inch and 60-inch. So I measured this, and it'll take the 60-inch. So the 50-inch, now this is a week or 2 ago, 50-inch was $250, and the 60-inch was like $285. And there was a bunch of other sellers on there, you know, $310 or something like that, maybe a little bit higher. Well, actually, I think there was some in the 400s. Prices were all over the place, kind of. So the cheapest was $250 and $285. So I loaded up my PayPal there yesterday, and I go on there because I saved it. It went from $285 to $524. Now I thought, what the hell is this? So I'm searching on eBay, searching and searching, can't find them less than like $459 or something. I was like, Jesus Christ. So I'm looking and looking and looking. All of a sudden, this one pops up for $317, but it was 80-inch. So I click on the seller, look at his store there, and he was the guy that had it for $285 and upped it to $524 for the 60-inch. And then the 50-inch was up, you know, from $250 to $480 or something. and then he had a 70-inch, like $595 or something, and then he had 80-inch for $317. So it looks like he upped all his prices except for the 80-inch. So I said, well, I can cut 20 inches off of it. So I clicked on it to buy it. And I thought for sure he'd refund my money and say, oh, it's a mistake. But apparently it isn't. It said that it shipped and all that stuff. So anyway, it ended up being $330 with tax. So that's coming. Got to cut 20 inches off it, but that's all right. It's supposed to have baffles in it. I read some of the reviews, and some people were saying it's too quiet. So we're gonna have to check it out. We'll get it. It comes with the whole kit with like extra. It has a little end pipe that comes off the straight pipe, and then it's got the front curved. And I don't know how much it's something anyway. I don't know if it's gonna be long enough to connect from the header to the front of the pipe, but anyway, guys, that's coming any day. There was some other stuff, but let me get back. I'll be back later. Feeding time at the zoo. Okay, guys. Oh, let me turn off the radio so we don't get we don't get copyrighted. Okay. Next little job. Got this off of eBay. It's 2-inch by 50-foot heat wrap with 10 zip ties, but they're metal, so they won't melt or nothing. Now the heading name on eBay is titanium lava header manifold exhaust heat wrap. In case you want to look it up. For 20 bucks ain't so bad. So if you notice a few videos back, that transmission lines are real close to the header down here. We're gonna wrap them up. Probably gonna wrap up that collector, but we need to weld that pipe on there first. So it's kind of got to come out, weld on the pipe when it's fitted in there, and then bolt it back in. Once all that's done, that's when we get the side pipes. Then I'll wrap that up. But I can put some wrap on the transmission lines. And see, some of these spark plugs, they might be okay. The wires, like this one isn't touching, but this one is. I think this one is. I might put some around there. I'm not sure. And anything else I can find underneath there that's close to the exhaust, and you know, wires. Well, the wires will probably have to tape up and put out of the way. The wires going to the O2 sensors, we'll have to kind of zip tie them up on the frame or something. So I'm going to go over all that. Maybe these brake lines down here, see how close they are to the header. Either wrap the header or wrap the brake line, or you know, but I don't know, 50 foot, I figure that's quite a bit. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get another ECM computer, or get this one programmed. Just so we don't have any problems in the future, and I don't know if I'm going to use that key. Go ahead and get the it's not VATS, but you know, the key, security, whatever, deleted. And then of course everybody says get the rear 202 sensors and the EGR deleted, because I think we're going to go ahead and do away with this EGR. It's not connected here, and we'll have to get a plug for this intake here. And then I believe this bolts on the head. We just take this off, have the whole unit just off. Then this thing can dangle and it ain't gonna do shit, because it ain't gonna be in the computer. So I think we'll do that on the computer. I asked at a local shop, well, at one shop, and he's brought me to one shop, Sarge's, and then Sarge says, oh no, I can't do that. I can just run the GM program that they already have. I can't reprogram everything, and that takes a $10,000 machine. I just don't have enough business to do that. So I don't think it was him. I think it was another shop. So they give me this guy's name, and he said, oh yeah, he can do it. So I call him up yesterday and tell him what I needed. Oh yeah. And I said, okay, well, how much? He goes, $250. And I said, $250? I said, you can get them done on eBay for $150. Oh yeah. And I said, okay. Clicked. Hung up on him. But yeah, on eBay, yeah, you have to be careful on them headings, guys. There's tons of ECM, PCM, computer programmed, you know, all this stuff, and you got to read kind of like the fine print, read the whole auction, because some of them say, oh yeah, it's got the deleted the VATs, the security, but, and then in the fine print it'll say this will have to be reprogrammed at a dealer or reprogrammed by somebody else. That's not done to this one. I was like, you know, what good is that? Those are around 100. And then you get these ones, oh well, let's swap computer, and all they're doing is selling just a computer out of junkyard computers for $100. And then, of course, it in the fine print says, oh, this has to be all programmed and tuned and blah blah. So I found one guy for $159, and he actually had all that listed in the auction. This will be security deleted, EGR deleted, rear O2 sensors deleted, and some about performance, some about fuel performance or something, and then something else. And then he says to tell what rear end gears are in it, and something else I'll probably remember here in a minute. So I wrote him a long message, and I said, listen, you know, I got a 2001 Silverado 5.3. Oh yeah, and then it was for it was for it said 90, I think it was 99 to 03 or something, 02, 5.3 with a 4L60E in it. That's how the auction was listed. LS swapped computer. So anyway, he asked for the rear end gears and something else. So I wrote him a message, told him what I had, told him what I want done. Oh, we also had in there that about the fans. 2 electric fans, one will turn on at 210 and turn off at 215. And then he put in there, if you want the fans to come on or off at different temperatures, let me know that too in the messages. So I wrote, you know, this one doesn't have electric fans. Just so I told him, listen, I don't need the electric fan programmed or whatever. And told him what I wanted. And I said, is this the auction that I buy? Is this the listing that I buy for what I need done? And is this all the information you need? And he was like, yep, this is it. Let's buy that listing. So that's not exchanged computer. They send you one already done. So they can keep this one as a spare. Right? If I want to get that performance upgraded a year from now or something, you know, from a local guy that's not a rip-off, yeah, I'll have a spare. So anyway, this local guy that said $250, I said, well, the guy's on eBay, I get it for $150. Oh yeah. So I hung up on him. So then he writes me a message a little while later, and he says, it's right here, I tell you what, I do it for $175 if you just want the stuff turned off and not have to tune the whole computer. It cost me $125 to license each ECM with my software. Those guys on eBay have unlimited credit, so they can afford to do it for that price all the time. So then I asked him, well, where are you and how long would it take? And he said it'd take him 30 minutes, but he didn't give the address. So then I started thinking about it. Well, like I said, I'll get the one from eBay, then I have a spare computer. So, you know, guys, I try local. I try USA made products with these belt moldings, and you know, it just ain't the way to go sometimes. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, and it's only like 3 days shipping, 3 days, and so I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I think that's all I want to mention about that. We just want to get all that done just to be sure, just to be on the safe side. Okay, I'll be back when I get some of this stuff wrapped up. Okay guys, it's the next day. I put on some of that wrap. These zip ties here, they're not, you can't get them real tight. Either that or they just kind of slide off the header a little bit. I'm gonna wait till I get the side pipes and exhaust and go from underneath and do that whole collector and everything up there. See, but I don't know, it's better than nothing there. Anyway, I'll do a better job next time. The side pipes will be here tomorrow, so we're gonna save that for the next video. It should look badass. I'm not sure how far they go up, whether I have to. I kind of painted underneath that rocker. I may put some black paint at least on the rocker. We'll see where they line up. I'm gonna have to mount it, and then the pipe from here up to the header, we're gonna have to, if I have to get some a little pipe from, I might have some laying around, but I have to get some from AutoZone or O'Reilly's. Get that all kind of in there, just spot it in there, weld it, and then take it back off before, and final weld it and then bolt it up. So after that, I'll see if I need the rockers painted. Okay, I just ordered the computer from that eBay seller. Let's see. Yeah, he asked if it was cable, make sure it's cable driven. I said, yeah, it's cable driven. And then red and blue connections, which is one's red, one's blue. Okay. He also had in the original auction edited power enrichment. And I don't know what that meant, but I told him to retain the gas mileage. I don't want to lose gas mileage. So whether that edited power enrichment had something to do with, you know, I don't know. So hopefully he'll do that. Oh yeah, when he asked for the rear end gears, he also asked for the tire size. So I just told him what was I, 275 60/15. That's what I'll be putting on there. And I told him I didn't know the rear end gears, so probably just highway. Okay, so that'll be coming in. I think they said 4 days, so I don't even know if that'll be ready for the next video or not. Okay, thanks to Brantley, who sent me a little thing of Bondo here. And also Brandon said he's going to send me some Bondo and some headlights and stuff. So yeah, every little bit helps. If you guys want to send me something, you can email me if you want at clunkersandclassics@gmail.com. Everything is in the description, or send me something at my P.O. Box. 262, Mead, Oklahoma. Let's see, what else did I have here? Yeah, you know, I've had people say, oh, don't complain so much. Well, yeah, there's no way to sugarcoat it. When stuff goes way up in price, when stuff's delayed for 3 months shipping, you know, I'm not going to say, oh, it's epic, it's awesome, it's, you know, just wonderful. No, it's not. It sucks. But overall, you know, I like the project. I like doing it. I like the way it's going. I'm in no rush. This ain't like a customer's car that's got to be out by the end of the week or the end of the month. It's mine. I don't care when it gets done. There's no big rush. But, yeah, I'm going to complain on, you know, when you get shitty parts or stuff takes too long, or, you know, the way the economy is now, where prices just, within a week, the side pipes go from 285 to 524. I mean, that's just effing nuts, right? It's just crazy. So you have to say something. You can't just, oh, hey guys, guess what? Price went up to 524. Isn't that great? Just wonderful. I just, you know, I got money trees out here. I'll just go out to my money tree and pick some money, and oh yeah, it's just great. No. So and you know, it's going to cost more to build cars nowadays. I mean, there's no doubt it's just going to cost more. Prices are going up. So, but of course the prices of these old cars are going up too. So, you know, whether it will balance out or not, instead of, you know, building a car for $5 grand, it might cost you $8 grand now. But okay, I just thought I'd mention that. I think that's it. I just got some little notes here. I think that's, I still haven't got the gas tank yet, but I still haven't decided, guys. It's one of them that takes a while thinking, and you go on eBay and you search for gas tanks, and you can't find the exact right size you want and stuff like that. But it's getting close. I can feel that it's coming close to a decision whether I want to get an extra auxiliary gas tank and an auxiliary fuel pump and fuel lines and, you know, all this stuff. But it's getting real close to me ordering all the stuff, getting it all ready. Okay, that'll come up in later on. For now, we can use the external truck extra gas tank there to run it. Okay, so that's coming up. I guess I'll wrap this video up. I was going to do a few more little things on it, but then I realized it's getting long. But yeah, let me know what you think about these door panels. I think they look pretty damn good. If you want to go back through the videos, I originally had these in big diamond patterns, but the material, you would put masking tape on it when it's real hot and it would just peel off. Just real shitty material. This is much better, but this is the only, I think this is called marine grade. The much better material, but it's the smaller diamonds, but it looks all right. The headliner's holding up still. We had to do it, I think it is, I don't know. It's holding up for the most part. There's a couple little spots here that after gluing it 3 times, but we'll just spot some more of that new last stuff we used, that headliner and something 3M, and I think it'll be all right. I'll take down my little brace there and see if that holds. But anyway, it's better than it was the last few times. Okay, so yeah, next video, definitely get the side pipes, a few other things. I still got to change the transmission fluid. It's just that everything's kind of, this crap's in the way now, and I can't really crawl under there real easily. I got this crap in the way, but I'm going to get that because I don't like to run it without the fluid in there. Uh-oh. Oh, something's hitting. Oh, the little grill came off. Yeah, we'll just check there, see what's hitting. Okay, yeah, if you want a bumper sticker, support the channel, $5. It's in the description, the address, email. Okay, so thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next video.